Well, good morning or good afternoon, whatever the case may be, Good Shepherd family. I wanted to give you an update. You've probably been wondering how things are going. Now, I'm crossing my fingers and praying that you might be able to get this, because if you're like me, you're still without power. And even for many of you who are with power, you still don't have internet. And even texting is still sporadic and spotty. I'm kind of hunkering down in the choir room here at church. This is my temporary office right now, because we do have internet here at the church. So I'm making some phone calls and doing some work here. Speaking of phone calls, I talked this morning at about 10:45 with Father Mike Rao at St. Mark's. We had the Bishop Coadjutor visit us here at church yesterday to just pray for us and to assess the damage here. He's in the process of going down to the other parishes further south, and some that are in much, much, much worse shape than we are. And so continue to pray for those folks down south. But I talked to Father Mike Rao, and the bishop is still planning on visiting this coming Sunday, the 9th. Now, obviously not going to happen here at church. However, I have talked with Father Mike Rao, and we are going to have church at St. Mark's on Sunday. Now, I will hedge my bet just a little bit on that because they do have a lot of garbage, branches, leaves, all kinds of stuff on their parking lot around the church. They are getting water back on the church now. They do have power. No water damage in there whatsoever. They're fine. But they've got a crew coming on Saturday, the 8th, to take care of the leaves and the branches and stuff around the church so it's safe to access. So here's my only hedge on my bet here, that if for some reason they can't get things safely cleared up around the church, then Sunday's going to have to be off. But I'm fairly confident that we are good. As soon as I get 100% confidence, I'll try and get an email out and let you all know about that. About the condition of the church, ServPro folks are actually in right now. I'm moving out into the parish hall, and you'll see the work that they're doing to suck up the water. So they are very busy here with their equipment, sucking up the water and cleaning things, getting things sucked up here. They will be removing the carpet. The nave is still damp, but much drier than the parish hall. But they're going to need to take up the carpet in the nave as well. So that means pulling out all the chairs, pulling up the carpet, throwing it out. Thank God that ServPro is also going to chop up our massive oak off of the side chapel that is down, and the big pine tree that's down in the memorial garden, the other big trees, branches that are hanging and are on the parking lot. So ServPro is going to do that as well. And so I'm thankful for that. That will take care of that. We will still need some people probably at some point to sweep up and kind of get the tiny little branches and stuff that are kind of hanging all over the place. So looking at doing that. Let me return back to this coming Sunday at St. Mark's, a combined service. We are going to have the service at 1 p.m. on this coming Sunday the 9th. Now, what you all will need to do is to have lunch beforehand. Father Mike said we could have the church at about 11:30, but I didn't want you all coming to church already getting hungry. So we will have church at 1 o'clock at St. Mark's. After the church service, where we will also be confirming and receiving in and reaffirming those in our faith. After that service, we will be having an adult forum right after the church service, where the Bishop Coadjutor will talk a little bit about the diocese, what he's seen around the diocese, especially following Ian, listening to us and how we are doing, answering questions. So we'll have that time. Right, once that is over, then the Bishop Coadjutor will meet with the vestry for a little bit of time with the vestry. That's our plan. Again, the only way that will change is if for some reason St. Mark's can't get things safely cleared around the church. But I'm pretty confident that we're good to go there. So one combined service, 1 p.m. at St. Mark's on the island. We'll make sure that we get information there on the address of the church for those who may not be familiar with where St. Mark's is there, but we will have that happening also. I think that is it. By the way, the Bishop Coadjutor was here at church yesterday, late morning, to meet with myself and a few other folks from church just to assess our damage. And it was good to have him here. And so there are a lot of prayers being offered on our behalf around the diocese. And please be praying for those who are much, much, much worse than we are. Thankfully, ours is just water damage, that we don't have structural damage. And that is a blessing because we had some significant trees go down that could have easily gone the other direction or gone a little further and hit the building. Again, please reach out to let us know if there's anything that we can do to support you. We will hopefully have internet capability and cell enough to respond. That's still a bit of a challenge. But we will want to reach out if there's anything that we could do to help you, or even just a visit, that you're saying, I'm kind of feeling like cabin fever and I'd like a visit. Reach out and give me a call on my cell phone or email the church and leave a voice message, on the church. So may God's blessings be with you. And some of you I may see between now and Sunday. We will be recording some way or other. We will be recording the Sunday service at St. Mark's. So those who can't make it to St. Mark's, and I hope we can have a good portion of our church family be able to be there for the Bishop Coadjutor to just love on us, and support us and encourage us in person. There's nothing like that. And yet there are a few folks who are homebound and can't get out. So for you, we will have the service recorded some way, and we'll make sure we get that to you. Well, may God's blessings be with you. Take care.